Here's some more on this matter of breaking the law's purpose. This comes from one of my subscribers, Hope Wins. It's a good guy named Holly. She was addressing this thing about the law and its purpose. That was a huge thing for me when I became a Christian. All my life I tried to become righteous on my own. And if I messed up, I tried to make it up to God by being more, super righteous. That didn't work out. I kept being knocked around in a cycle, never being good enough, so I finally gave up and acknowledged that I was a failure and a fake. To understand that Jesus is our righteousness is a relief. It takes our burden, allows us to trust in Him alone. I sometimes wonder why others don't get to that place. They just drift around, ignoring it, never really seeking answers from God. For extreme example, any pope that ever existed surely would question their own righteousness as they are being revered as the mouthpiece for God. You'd think they would have moments alone where they would just know they are phony, but their conscience is seared and really believe in their own righteousness, deserving of the fine robe and throne. Imagine a pope coming out and saying, I'm a sinner and a nobody, just like you. The people who once bowed to him, kissed his ring, would reject his message and demote him instantly. Goes to show that these so-called righteous leaders and their followers are cut from the same cloth, except for a random few whose conscience bothers them so much that they finally believe the truth. Powerful statement from Holly. So I respond back, oh yes, it's sad that there are those that will never have it click that if it is the righteousness of Christ alone, then they never had any righteousness to begin with. I have another video that will take this matter of keeping the law to its max, revealing that in their attempts to keeping the law, they are breaking the purpose of the law, with the original intent being to expose us all. It gets rather deep, and I know there will be those that just won't get it. Here's a short excerpt from the notes that will come out in that video. You can't just ignore the law, hoping it will go away. Doing so, you are breaking the law's purpose. Trying to keep it, they're doing the same, breaking its purpose. For example, today, many of our governmental leaders keep lying, making excuses, denying that they are breaking the law, blaming others. Well, they keep lying. There are those that keep trying to keep it. Thus, both are unaware that both are breaking the law's purpose and intent. If both of them would come to understand the purpose of the law and admit the law has done its good work, admitting that they have broken the law's purpose by ignoring it, making excuses, seeking to justify or thinking that they could ever keep it, then, and only then, would our Father intervene to the affairs of humanity and offer His answer. It's called His promise. As Paul the Apostle asked, which came first, the law or the promise? God's promise wasn't canceled by the law. He used the law to get us back to His promise. His promise was before the foundations of this messed up world. And as for the law, it was given 430 years after Abraham was given the promise of the seed, Jesus. So remember, the same promise was given to Eve, her promised seed, Jesus. And this promise to her came up before the foundations of this world and the fall of Adam and Eve. Our Father's justification work of offering His Son, Jesus Christ our Lord. Powerful. That's just one thing about this matter of breaking the law. I forget which video series I put that in, but that gives you some idea. that we're breaking the purpose of the law and denying it or thinking we can keep it. God bless.